Hi. So this is Sierra, and today I'm going to be talking about MS and my experience with ordering medication, starting treatment. So stay tuned. Okay, so today I just have to give it up for this beautiful weather we're having. I love nature. I take pictures of it almost every day. I love trees. I love flowers. I absolutely love it. So I have to give thanks on how beautiful it is. But I want to talk about MS. I was diagnosed when I was 25. April 2016, I will never forget. That was a very scary day. It was a very scary time because my body was doing things that it has never done before. I've always had control of my legs. I've always had the ability to just fight off being tired. But this time it was a little different. The headaches came. Then I started to fall. And then it was just this fatigue that I could not shake. And I went to my primary doctor and she referred me to a neurologist. And the first time I came into that office, it was so it was so terrible because my symptoms were so bad. Like I had my foot with my left side was dragging my foot. I was just fatigued. My gait was off. I was really wobbling. And I knew something was seriously wrong. So they did my MRI and they end up doing a lumbar puncture test on me. And sure enough, it had positive antibodies in it. It tested positive for antibodies. And that was really hard for me because nobody in my family had it. So I was the only on both sides that I know of. And that was like, what am I going to do? I don't know anything about this disease. So nurse called me, told me that yes, I had positive MS antibodies and they wanted to start me on treatment. So I went into the doctor's office, went into my neurologist's office, and we just discussed treatment. We went over my MRI and we went over just the lumbar puncture test, what was found, and it was really scary. And but I'm very thankful that I had my family there with me at the time. My sister and my mother was there with me, and that just gave me it gave me more comfort in the situation. And we went over treatment, and he gave me several options. But I think he could sense that I still had some apprehension about treatment because my biggest thing is I was concerned about the onset symptoms that I had, that I would have. Will it cause me to have allergic reaction? Will it cause what's going to happen? Like, I haven't had children yet. How is that going to affect that? Like, what's going to happen to my body? Am I going to get some rare brain disease? And I was really scared. And my neurologist, he was able to sense it. He is awesome. He is amazing. And so it went from here's what we have to what is your concerns? Tell me what your concerns are. And I believe when I told him my concerns, it guided the treatment more. And the treatment, there were several treatments. There were some oral forms, like pills. Of course, we talked about infusions, and there was a shot. And we discussed the options that were on the table. And I decided to go with the shot form. The treatment is called Plegridy. And well, that's the name of the drug. It's called Plegridy, and that's a drug that you take every 2 weeks. It's cutaneous injections that can go into your arm, your legs, and your stomach, and you rotate. And I was still a little nervous about it, but it wasn't known to cause anybody to have a rare brain infection. So I was like, well, anything is better than nothing, because my symptoms were so bad, and I had 3 lesions on my brain, and the one that was the largest, it was like the size of a grapefruit, and it was on the part of my brain that heavily affected my movement, my bodily movements. And I wanted to walk. I wanted to walk, and I wanted to live the best life I could live. So I said, yeah, I'll do it. I'll try it out. Okay. So after that happened, the doctor, he gave me a sheet, and you might find this may happen with you as well, but they'll give you a sheet to sign, and usually it's from the pharmaceutical company that kind of kick starts you to enrolling in a program. And that program is with that pharmaceutical company for you to start taking that MS treatment. And I signed it, and you get permission for them to share your information and for you to start the treatment. And that process is pretty smooth. And a few days later, somebody from the pharmaceutical company, they'll reach out to you. Most likely probably be a nurse educator, just checking in with you to see, do you have any questions, do you have any concerns, and also just to educate you about the drug. That's smooth sailing. What's not smooth sailing is what happens after. Now, what I found out in that part is that is very difficulty, and it's frustrating, because a lot of the MS medication costs over $6,000 a month. And with that being said, it's not that easy to order that medication, because what you have to consider what your deductible is. Have you met your deductible? Who's gonna pay for it? And a variety of things. But most likely you'll probably be enrolled once you speak with the nurse educator. You're like, hey, you know what, I can't afford to pay this, and you ask to be enrolled in a patient assistance program, and they will enroll you in a patient assistance program. And with the patient assistance program, they'll do their part. They'll do a little bit more investigation to see what needs to happen. Of course, some things that they will consider is where you're at as far as your insurance, the benefits that it covers, and so forth. So once they do their investigation, they can determine, okay, is it going to be a $0 copay, or is it going to be, or they're going to have to, pay some money. Mine has always been $0. So after that, you will, once you are enrolled in a patient assistance program, of course, there'll have to be some things that are worked out with the pharmacy that you're going to be getting the medication from. So as far as a delivery time, of course, the pharmacy is going to make sure once they process your order that you don't owe anything. Because if so, they'll let you know that, hey, you owe this much, or this is how much the medication is. Let us know how you're going to pay for it. That may happen. If it happens, of course, you'll have to call the patient assistance program and work that out further with your patient assistance program, as well as your insurance company. But once that's done, the specialty pharmacy, whoever's delivering your medication, will get with you and say, okay, everything's good to go. What do you want to be your ordering time? When do you want us to deliver it? I must say, you get your medication, but let me tell you, I got to swing back to here for this. I have to be honest with y'all. It is not easy, because nobody is going to do the work that you can do for yourself. You have to be your own advocate. So, meaning when you start talking to these people, meaning the insurance company, the pharmaceutical company, the people who are delivering your medication, the nurse educators, whoever, make sure y'all have this. Y'all can get a little notebook, a little journal, planner, whatever you call it. Get it from Dollar Tree or get it from somewhere that's not going to be that expensive. Because I'm going to tell y'all going to have to talk to so many people over weeks, multiple people, especially when it comes to, ordering your medication, making sure that you have a $0 deductible, or making sure the cost of your medicine is at a reduced price, because it's going to be so many people you talk to, y'all. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. And you need to know who you talk to, mainly for accountability, but also so you'll know what's going on. Because anytime, that medication for MS it's over $6,000 a month, okay? And it is no joke. So anytime you're dealing with big money like that, it's not going to be cut and dried. People are not going to follow up with you and say, hey, I called this person for you, I called that person for you. No, they need to know you by name. They need to say, oh, this is so-and-so calling again. They're serious. Be nice, be polite, but you got to be firm at times. Especially, it may seem in the beginning that you're getting a runaround, but things are working out together. But you have to actively play a part in you receiving your own treatment. It is not going to be easy. You need to be aware. You need to be aware of who you talk to. You need to be aware of what stage is it in. Is it in the stage where, okay, the pharmaceutical company reached out, I spoke with the nurse educators, and I'm enrolled in a patient assistance program, and it can be a multitude of things, y'all. But listen, I do encourage you, they need to know your name. They need to know that you're serious about your treatment, because if not, you'll slide through the cracks like everybody else. I think when I first started my treatment, I literally waited an additional maybe 1 or 2 weeks thinking somebody was going to call me to follow up with me to let me know that I have a $0 copay and everything is good to go. That did not happen. And I learned very quickly that I was going to have to stay on top of everything, on who I talked to, which company I talked to, in order to get things done. So, and also too, with as far as the $0 copay, of course, you have to be enrolled in some type of health plan. So, I'm enrolled in a health plan. I am with the affordable health care. I'm enrolled in one of their plans, and it's been working for me. It works, and it has covered my treatment, and it's been great. Of course, you're responsible to pay your own. You're responsible paying your insurance and keeping up on your insurance. So you can go ahead and get your medication, and everything will be fine as far as a $0 copay, and you just make your monthly payments, and everything will be fine. Because if not, then you're gonna see a bad day. You're gonna see a bad day. You wanna know why? I know that because it happened to me. And if your insurance lapse or something crazy happen, you're gonna have to go through some changes. I'm just saying, just speaking from experience, being real with it. But those are some of the things that's going to happen. So to do a rundown of it, you'll meet with your neurologist. You'll go through the various treatments, you'll select one. They'll enroll you they'll enroll you in a program with a pharmaceutical company. You'll start receiving communication with the pharmaceutical company, and then it's just gonna be constant communication between you, the pharmaceutical company, the representatives, as well as the specialty pharmacy or whoever's delivering your medications. And depending on the situation, you may have to even follow up with your insurance company. I've did it all. And with that, make sure you all have a journal. You are definitely going to need this. This is like a lifesaver, because you're already overwhelmed by your diagnosis, right? And I know you'd be like, listen, I'm not even thinking about that, but I'm telling you, y'all, it's going to save y'all in the long run. I know, because I'm getting ready to start my third treatment with a different medication. So I will talk about that a little later. But if this video was helpful, then just comment below, like, share, and I really hope to share more of these MS education videos with you